Mounce, BBG, chapter 28, sentence 7. Another post-positive day, so pull that out, throw it to the front. And then you have Simon. And if you were to just kind of pick it apart on its face, you'd say something like, and Simon and he. The problem there is if you roll with it that way, then you get down to this verb and you see this epsilon new ending, and that don't work. And the reason is because with a third singular ending, with that epsilon telling you it's a third singular ending, that's not going to work with a plural subject. And Simon and he can't have a singular verb. So then you got to roll with other options for autos, because you know that autos can actually be referring back to Simon. In which case you're going to want to also not use the word and. You're going to have to, say this is really telling me something else through the use of the word kai than understanding it as and. So if you did it that way, you could say something like, and Simon even himself believed, right? And again, here you're going to have this pistusen, so you're going to have the sigma and the augment to tell you that this is a first aorist, and it's going to be third singular from pistuo. So knowing that, you're going to just say believed, and it's he because it's Simon. But again, and Simon even himself, or Simon also himself believed. And if you do it either way, that's, you get the same idea, and either one of those will work. So I probably would be tempted to go with also in this particular case. And Simon also himself believed, because again, they've been talking about other people believing, and then now Simon believes. So it's Simon also himself believed. And then you have this next participle, which is a very strange one. But again, hopefully by now you've recognized that theta is almost always associated with a passive idea. So, you be very, very good and wise to begin to say, well, okay, I know baptizo, right? So, but you've got this nominative masculine singular ending. You've got the theta epsilon to tell you that it's passive. So something like being baptized and being baptized. So again, what you want to do is you say, well, it's not baptizo. I don't have a zeta. So then you also beyond that know that it's an aorist participle. So all those factors together tell you, okay, it's an aorist participle. So then I got to figure out its relationship to everything else. And because it's nominative singular masculine, I can also tell you that it's pointing back to Simon, so who was baptized after he believed. So, but again, relationship to the verb here. He was, right, third singular. And here we have the idea of the participle completing the idea of the verb. So he was proskartereo, following, I follow after, following after, and then Philip, which apparently takes the dative. So then you got to say, following after, what's the relationship between being baptized and following after? Well, you baptized first is the idea, and then you were following after. So, and Simon also himself believed, and after being baptized was following after Philip. And then you have a pretty standard one, theoreo, present, participle, again, masculine singular nominative, because you're still talking about Simon. And that makes perfectly good sense. But it's from theoreo, And again, I really love this verb because, of course, it's a participle. But if you're talking about theoreo, the whole idea is you're beholding. It's not just that you see something; it's that you're seeing it and you're thinking about it. You're in wonder about it. You're like, how do I interpret this? And you're trying to decipher is sort of all that's involved. And again, this is where we get theory and theorize. All those English words come from this verb. So I really do like this verb. But as a present participle, of course, beholding, beholding. And then you may remember when you have a te, kai, it's both and. So both signs and then miracles, great. So great miracles. All right. Um, and let's see, if I go back to the beginning then, let's run after it one more time. And Simon also himself believed, and after being baptized was following after Philip, beholding both signs and great miracles.